Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am. I'm loving filming these episodes at the moment, so hopefully you guys are enjoying watch them. If you're not caught up, then make sure you go check out the playlist. There is a playlist of the entire series on the channel, so if you aren't caught up, then please go and catch yourself up. But if you are, welcome to today's episode. Today we have got plenty to get on with. You guys can see the games we've got coming up against us here. We've got March to finish off. We've got obviously a derby against Brentford, and then we've got West Ham, both away, which is a small shame. But then we've got not long left to the end of the season, just those 2 months here. I'm hoping that today we can get to at least the Arsenal game is what I'm hoping to. Worst case scenario, we only get to United and finish that one, but I'm hoping we can play the Arsenal game. But we do also have here this cup game against Leicester. Now, I think that's the semi-final, because I'm fairly sure the semi-finals are now at Wembley as well, which is why it's a neutral game, but I'm not too sure. We'll find out when we get there, probably in the next episode. But for today, we've got this game to worry about. Brentford, we're not going to hold back. We're going to go for them, but we do need to bear in mind the West Ham game is only a couple of days after that. Okay, so here's our first team for the first game of today's episode, obviously up against Brentford. They run this 5-back in career mode. They've got some good players in there. They've signed Smith Rowe, which is a good sign in. Lunin will do them a world of good as well. In FIFA terms, an upgrade of keeper. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one. We're going with our strongest 11 as per usual. I never like playing against 5-back, so we have to turn up today. Here we are for game number 1 today. Sadly, when I made this save, I don't think Brentford's new stadium had been implemented. The Brentford Community Stadium, I'm fairly sure it's called. Apologies if I've got that wrong. But we are here at the Brentford Stadium today. And hopefully we're going to come away with 3 points. That's what we need to do to keep up with, obviously, Liverpool now. We have got the game in hand, and if we win, we go ahead of them. But dropping points means that we stay behind them. So I don't know if it's this one or the West Ham game that's our game to catch up with. I would assume it's this one because obviously it's the midweek game. But yeah, we need to come away today with some big points, and hopefully we can do just that. Let's find out. Come on, you ask. Getting the ball nice and quickly to our sort of front three here. Eze just dancing around players. Oh, it's unlucky. I love his dribbling. His dribbling just feels so good, and that's only going to improve as he gets better. Here we go, Amos now. Look at the run from Tyrese and from Eze. It's locked onto Tyrese. If that had locked onto Eze, I think that's a goal. I won't lie to you, even if we ended up sweating it with Eze. But if that had actually locked onto Eze, which was honestly who I saw the main run from, I think we'd have scored that. Brentford got the ball out wide here. They've got Henry overlapping, a very quick fullback. But, mate, I have to say, very good defence in the end there. And now maybe a chance to burst forward as Henry is now well and truly out of position. Masengo going to play it inside here to Eze. Eze's going to turn, find Tyrese. First time pass into Isaac Coles. It's a sweaty. Are we going to find the back of the net? We are. It's lovely stuff. I mean, it is a sweaty goal, and I do apologise, but it is a goal, and that's the main thing there. Tyrese Campbell doing Tyrese Campbell things and finding the back of the net. Very happy indeed with the play. Again, as soon as we saw Henry out of position, we knew we could just get it out wide. Basenga was in a fantastic space, and then all of the front three combining together to help us get the lead that we need, and that is perfect. 28 goals now for Tyrese Campbell. If he hits 30 this season, I mean, I'm kind of expecting him to hit 30 this season, but, mate, 30 goals in a season is incredible, and if we win the league, it will be massively down to the season that Tyrese Campbell has had. Isaac Coles here with quite a bit of space because their fullback is well and truly out of position and is not going to catch Isaac Coles. And Isaac Coles now just going to take it past. It would have been another sweaty goal. I apologise. I know people have been calling for some nice variety in goals and stuff. And I probably could have shot with Coles and tested the keeper. But the lead, the 2-goal lead, was too tempting to try and get. And, I mean, I messed it up anyway. Brentford here out wide. They've cut it inside quite nicely. And Bemu now going to try and get it in there. But it is well cleared in the end. And Tyrese Campbell has brought that down fantastically well. He's going to play it inside to Isaac Coles. And Isaac Coles is just away. I promise you, lot, I'm not going to try and sweat this one. Isaac Coles gets the goal. Isaac Coles, mate, it's so good to see him scoring because obviously we know the difficulties that Coles has had and we know that he has struggled with finding the back of the net, especially in this save. We've had difficulties with him getting the goals and we've talked about how his numbers need to improve. I have changed his positioning. I've changed his training. His shooting will be improving, and that is a lovely example of the shooting stats well and truly climbing up. Lovely stuff, and it's 2-0 and we are sitting pretty right now. Got to be careful now. Lovely tackle there from Lopez, but Lopez now with another man to deal with, and Lopez and McCallum doing fantastically well at keeping these guys out, and we are just attacking on this counter because their fullbacks are getting so advanced that it's not feeling like we're playing against a 5-back. Feels like we're playing against a 2 or a 3-back. I've tried the chip there with Campbell. We could honestly be comfortably comfortably winning this game. If we get one more goal, I will feel very confident with going to a sim at halftime. But mate, we are playing very, very well right now. I'm very happy with the performance of this team because we are just on the counter. We are causing them so many problems. Like Henry here, you can see, is quite high up the pitch. If we can get it off him or stop the cross or win possession and get it away before Henry gets much time to get back, we give ourselves such a good opportunity down the wing because Eze, Coles, Tyrese, the three of them are just so quick and so much danger in our attack here for Brentford's defence. And Amos doing well initially. The shot does come away. It's going to go straight at Lafont. Lafont is going to save it, and that is going to be half-time. Very happy with the first half performance. That was a thoroughly convincing first half, and Brentford have threatened very little. That is the first shot I'm fairly sure they have had. They've had a couple of corners. They haven't really done anything with them. Wolves winning is absolutely massive, by the way, because that means that not only would we go above Liverpool, this isn't our game in hand, evidently, because Liverpool are playing, by the way. So that would mean that we actually overtake them and keep our game in hand if Wolves can hold on. That would be incredible for us. I am going to actually rest a couple of people here. I'm going to bring on man like Mambimbi. We know what Mambimbi can do. So bring on Mambimbi just to rest because obviously we have got this West Ham game creeping around the corner here. Going to take off Mwepu and bring on El Basir, and we'll save our final substitution for as and when we feel like we need to tweak somebody. So yeah, I think for now, let's crack on with what we've got, the two changes we have made. If we get a third, I will be jumping to a sim just because, again, it just gives us a bit of a chance to power through and make sure we can try and get that fourth game done, which would be obviously ideal. But I'm not going to do that at 2-0 because it's a bit risky. If I can get a third, though, I will jump into that sim. But let's just crack on. Second half, more of the same because the first half was so thoroughly one-sided and it could have been way more than two. Brentford are going to start the second half with an attack. Henry's going to lay it off to the edge of the box here. Got to do our best to win that. El Basir doesn't put his foot in quite enough there. And Bemu's going to make his way through. It's going to be a shot, and that is going to be 2-1. We do concede, which is not ideal at all. It's very much against the run of play, I have to say. It's poor defending that El Basir didn't really commit. Eze and Amos sort of tripping over themselves, and then he's left in so much space there. I have to say, Figueroa's mark... Well, actually, no, Lopez is very much out of position. So actually, I've got to blame Lopez because Figueroa, I think, would have had him if Lopez was in the right position. But now 2-1, that entirely convincing first half now sort of already, you know, the lead is halved instantly, so it's disappointing. I'm going to rue missing or not quite being as clinical as we could have been in that first half. But mate, straight away after conceding, Abire Eze, can all three of the front men get a goal today? Yes, they can. Eberiche Eze, he's back and he means business, boys. It is as simple as that. The last episode, we talked about it. Absolutely ruthless, this man. He is absolutely ruthless, and it's great to see. One of the comments was saying how good it is to see him back and doing his thing, and it definitely is. So as a absolute beast, my goat. Thank you so much for coming back to us, mate. And what a finish that is. Lunin has had a stinker there. That's gone just over his hand. Lunin should have done better. I know we've got the 2-goal lead back. I'm going to say that if we're still 2 goals in the lead and looking okay, by like 70 minutes, I will jump into a sim and then jump back if it does go to 3-2. If we get a fourth, then obviously that 3-goal lead, I will jump to a sim. Hopefully you guys understand it. It's just so we can get through these games because we're near the end of this third season. And, you know, we're cutting it fine. If people wanted to see anything after a third season, we're cutting it very fine in the sort of time of the FIFA year to consider anything like that. So we'll see what we can do. But let's crack on and see if we can maybe actually make an attack from this. Look at the space for Coles. El Basir is going to find him. Isaac Coles is going to find the back of the net. And that is 4. And that is a lovely goal for Isaac Coles. He has not had the most prolific season. But today, 2 goals on his left foot. And, mate, that through ball from El Basir was just inch perfect. What a ball that is as well. Just perfectly placed. Lovely first touch on the outside of his boot. Finds the back of the net. Lovely stuff. Well done, Isaac Coles, mate. Absolute unit. 2 goals today. I'm super happy for him. I'm super, super happy for him. So let's hope that he cracks on. And this is a start for his season, just improving from here. So let's jump to the sim and I'll show you guys any highlights that pop up. First chance really since we jumped to a highlight, and it is a chance for Brentford, and it is wasted, thankfully. Obviously, I'm fine with that, it not going to plan for them, but we should see this game out now. 3 minutes of added on time. That should be it, really, looking at the clock. Maybe we get one last chance here. Chris Willock doesn't get a chance to elaborate. That is it. Full time, 4-1. Very, very happy with that. I think overall we played fantastically, and we deserved that result. Very happy. Just very quickly, 2 players we have been looking at on our youth system have asked to be called up, and that is Noah Dunn and Edward Terry. I am actually going to just promote all 4 of these, so I don't have to worry about remembering to promote these guys up or them complaining about not getting called up. Vincente Roman, I'm going to promote him, but we're definitely going to sell him because he's not good enough. Okay, so you may notice that we have overtaken Liverpool. We are ahead on goal difference. Despite them being a game ahead, I'm fairly sure that means they drew with Wolves. So let me just double check that, but I'm pretty sure, yes, 2-2 in the end. Sadly, Wolves couldn't hold on for the win, but 2-2, that does us fantastically. So that is tremendous to see. That means that this West Ham game, which Liverpool are also playing, there's got to be a game coming up soon where we are playing and they're not. But it looks like that's going to be a little while from now because it looks like that game in hand is going to happen at some point. There we go, 17th of April, the Chelsea game. So this won't happen today. We just have to keep winning now. We just have to keep winning, stay ahead of the pack. Let's see if we can do that against West Ham. Just very quickly, we're going to hear from today's channel sponsors. Do you struggle with learning how to trade on FIFA Ultimate Team? Well, look no further. Thanks to foottrading.co.uk. They are hands down the best site to learn all about making coins on FIFA Ultimate Team. You can join their site completely for free and get access to their free trading guides. But if you join on any of their paid tiers, you get access to a whole bunch of trading tips. They've got silver flips, icon flips, special card flips, investment tips. They even have live trading filters for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Plus, on their site, you can join any of their tournaments on Xbox or PlayStation and be in with a chance of winning some amazing prizes. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, head on over to their site. There is a link down below, and if you go to any of their paid tiers, if you throw code Hursty in at checkout, you'll get yourself a cheeky discount. A huge thank you for Foot Trading for being partners with us on the channel. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so here we are up against West Ham. We're going to be at the London Stadium today, and you can see their side on the left. A couple of good signings. Schlotterbeck is in there. Aruja. They've signed themselves Everton. They've got a couple of new players in there for sure. We have had to mix things up a little bit. Ozzy coming in at right back for a tired Williams. Masengo drops to DM, and El Basir comes in for a tired Amos, and then Willock comes in for a tired Abiri Eze. The team otherwise is going to stay the same. I am hopefully confident that we can take the lead again today and go from there. So fingers crossed we can. Let's power on. Well, here we are. Bubbles everywhere as per usual with a West Ham game. And mate, we have got to turn up today. We've got to burst their bubble and we've got to come away with 3 points. That's what we've got to try and do today in the blue and white. And hopefully we can do just that because, again, now Liverpool have stumbled. It gives us a chance to regain a little bit of a lead. We had a really good lead, a really comfortable lead. And I'm a little bit torn. I think we just have to go gung-ho for every game, but we have to be careful as well because I don't want to run the risk of losing players for certain games, either having injuries or missing people for particularly tough games. I'm not saying West Ham isn't a tough game. I'm not saying that at all. But we just have to be conscious of not burning out because if we do, we could throw away the title. So hopefully today we don't look to have any signs of throwing things away or messing things up, I say, as I give the ball away. Hopefully today we can come away with 3 very, very important points. Let's find out. And this could be, let's just defend this quick. Yeah, okay, let's find out. Ozzy bursting down this right-hand side. Going to cut inside and find Chrissy Willock. He's going to take a heavy touch here and then take a strike. Wasn't the best shot. I thought maybe I could just take that touch. The space was sort of opening up in front of me a little bit. I maybe could have tried a pass there, but I thought I'd go for the shot, and maybe I won't next time. Tyrese Campbell going to cut inside here. Going to have to lay it off to Isaac Coles, who's going to try and find Campbell again. Does so pretty well. Left foot of Tyrese Campbell here is an absolute rocket into that top corner. Lovely bit of play. The passing to Coles and then from Coles immediately after is absolute perfection. Those 2 little passes were beautiful. We find Tyrese on his left foot, and there's only one thing that man is going to do, and it is find the back of the net. He's done so beautifully. That pass there is perfect. The defender couldn't get in. I think it was Schlotterbeck trying to slide in, but Tyrese Campbell, that is arrowed into the top corner. It is a beautiful strike, and that is 1-0, and that is goal number 29. He's 1 away from 30 goals in the league this season. That is truly unreal, especially when you consider his lack of goals in the last season. That is unbelievable what he's done this season. Ball here to Tyrese. Tyrese is just going to dummy it and then play it out wide to Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles, we don't get many crosses in this, but we're going to cross that one in. We're going to find the back of the net, but it is offside. I can see the linesman with his flag up on the far side, and that is such a shame because that cross was beautiful. The finish was great from Willock, but he was evidently just ahead of the last man, which is, again, a real shame. I thought he was hopefully going to be just behind the ball, but no. He's well and truly offside. That is an unfortunate one, but it's again, it's another chance in behind. We found the back of the net again. We just need to stay outside, and we could, just like we did against Brentford, we could really push away with something here. And Chrissy Willock can't quite take it past Schlotterbeck. That's a shame. Ball in here to Chris Willock, who's going to turn. He's going to try and find Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell, can he turn Schlotterbeck? He can with that first touch. That was absolutely beautiful. And that is goal number 30 for Tyrese Campbell, and he is flexing out there now. That is absolutely unreal from Tyrese Campbell. The lovely bit of play. El Basir has had a really good game. He has stepped up fantastically into this team today. But that pass there from Willock as well is beautiful. That first touch from Tyrese Campbell is just perfect. Schlotterbeck is then completely out of it. No way he gets anything from Tyrese after that. And 2-0 very quickly and very comfortably. Today we are absolutely flying. We are playing just as well as we did against Brentford. We genuinely are. But Tyrese Campbell, 30 goals in the league this season. That is truly unbelievable. Masengo to Isaac Coles here. Isaac Coles doesn't quite get past Schlotterbeck. Not sure how he won that, because I don't think he got the ball, but he won it off of me somehow. But we have managed to retain it pretty quickly and recycle it pretty well. Tyrese Campbell to Mwepu here to Masengo. Masengo's going to have a shot. Oh, it's a good effort, but it is a good save. Tyrese Campbell going to lay it off here to Chris Willock. Chris Willock, can he join in on the goal scoring today? Not quite. Arouche is just going to be physical enough to keep him out of it. That is a real shame, because again, we could well and truly be flying right now. This team is playing so well. I just hope that we don't start the second half the same way we did against Brentford by conceding, because if we can again push on from what we've done as the first half finishes, we have again got another game that I feel very confident that we can just see this out now. We can push on, but I want that third goal before I do anything or consider anything as to like jumping to sim, unless we're getting a little bit later in the game and I can afford to sim for a little bit. But first half, very happy. Tyrese Campbell has absolutely shone as per usual. He has done nothing but impress me. We need to take off Masengo here. It's going to have to be Sam Field come on and get a couple of minutes, which I'm okay with. Sam Field is obviously a very capable player for us. That's absolutely fine. Masengo, we have got time between now and the next game, so I don't have to worry about Masengo getting being recovered quickly. We've got like a week until the next one, but I'm also going to bring on Pratt, give him a couple of minutes. You can see his match sharpness is down a little bit, obviously 68 rated, so it is a big change of rating, nearly dropping in 20 there. Well, probably over 20 if you include the form, but yeah, let's carry on. I'm confident with this team. The team has played really well. We've outplayed West Ham today, which is obviously what we needed. I said we need to really go out there now and keep the form up and put the pressure on Liverpool more and more. So let's try and do that. And we could start off here, actually, the second half with a good chance. Tyrese Campbell's going to cut inside. He's going to have to lay it off, I think, to El Basir. He's going to give it... Oh, I was going to say give it straight back, and he didn't. It went to Tyrese. But Tyrese has found Isaac Coles, and that is a good save. He's kept it on as well. That's unfortunate. Hold... Oh, whoa. Oh, never mind. Chris Willock now going to try and take it past Arouche here, who's going to just hold him off. He's strong enough to keep him... from going any further, but we managed to pass it round nicely and find a ball now. Field has found Coles. Coles doesn't quite keep possession there. That was unfortunate, but we're looking okay for now. I'll tell you now, if we get to like the 65th and it's still 2-0, I am going to jump into a sim. If we get a third here, then obviously we're absolutely laughing. Tyrese Campbell, lovely turn, doesn't quite get it away. Let's just end this attack here. They are going to get it away. I'm going to wait till the ball either goes off the pitch or for me to win it back, and I will jump to a sim. Again, just for the sake of time, just for the sake of editing and recording and stuff. Hopefully you guys do understand that. But yeah, 65 minutes in, I'm going to queue up our final change, which will be Mambimbi coming on for Campbell. That will happen, obviously, when the ball next leaves the pitch. I'll jump to sim. If it goes to 2-1, I'm jumping straight back in, okay? But we'll crack on. Hopefully the boys can do us proud. Well, the sim was short-lived. Ben Rama has made it 2-1. I will jump back in. I'm not letting it get to anything silly or anything stupid. We've been playing really well. If I manage to retain the 2-goal lead and score again, then I will jump back to sim again. But the main focus is we do not throw away the points, okay? I will not have it be another time that me jumping to sim has cost us anything, okay? Don't you worry about that. I will not bottle this. I promise you. 15 minutes ago, Mambimbi on the pitch now as well. 2-1 to us still. There's time for us to push for a third. And actually, we could do it straight away here. Man like Mambimbi, very good shot, but an incredible save, it has to be said. That ball was moving there, absolutely flying. So it's a very good save indeed. They're making a change here. Let's get this ball whipped in there. It's a good cross. Oh, it's well met by Mambimbi. It's going to be another corner as the defender has got a touch on that. Whip it in there, aim for a centre-back. Nope, we've aimed for Mwepu. Mwepu heads it wide, unlucky. Chrissy Willock lays it off here to Sam Field. Field inside to Mwepu. Oh, the heavy touch from Mwepu. I hope you guys know what I was planning on doing there, but hold on. It has still managed to weasel its way through, and man like Mambimbi does exactly what he's been doing for us, coming on off the bench and finding the back of the net. A little bit lucky in the end. I want you all to know, hopefully you already do, I was having a shot with Mwepu. As soon as I saw that ball reaching him, I was ready. I was taking a shot, but the touch was a little bit heavy. It bounced away from him, but Mwepu kept powering on, made two very good tackles, put himself on the line there to get the ball to sneak through to Mambimbi. And with 8 minutes left, you know what I'm doing. Again, time. I apologise. Hopefully you guys understand. Let's crack on. Mambimbi makes it 4. You love to see it. Absolute beast that is Mambimbi. I'll jump in so we can have the whole cinematics of the game ending and everything. But that is 4-1. Absolutely incredible. I don't feel that bad now for having jumped to sim and conceding, because we also scored while in sim. So I'm very, very happy with that indeed. But well done to Mambimbi. We all know what he can do. We all know what he has been doing for us, especially as a sub. It is a shame that he feels better off the bench. You know that sometimes those players get that sort of that tout as being a super sub. It's kind of like Yarmolenko was a little while ago for West Ham. He wasn't really getting the best of times while starting, but coming off the bench, he was scoring goals. Just as an example, that kind of player, it happens to some people. They get themselves that name as a super sub, and Mambimbi is our man who does that. Absolute beast. You love to see it. But that is a 4-1 win. Very, very happy with that. Huge result. Hopefully now we can push on and just keep improving. Hopefully we'll see that Liverpool have slipped up again. Well, Liverpool didn't drop points, but again, we are still that game in hand above. I'm very, very happy with it. There's no youth team to sort of look at for the first because we've promoted them all. So let's just get ourselves to the next game, which I'm fairly sure is the United game. Okay, here we are, ready to take on Man United. You can see a slightly changed team. They've got some very good players, though. They've got Militao in there. They brought Sumere, Kessie. They've got Keane up front, obviously, instead of Ronaldo now. But yeah, that team looks pretty good. I have to say, though, I'm pretty confident. I think our team's going to be good. And I promise you, if I end up going to Sim, I will not mess it up. I promise. We finally get some football at Loftus Road in today's episode, and it's game number 3, and it's up against Man United. Hopefully today we again carry on the form that we've had. We can put, hopefully, the issues of the previous time we played against United to bed with a win today. That's what we've got to hope to do. You can see, as we said before, they've got some very good players. Varane and Eder Militao, two very, very tough defenders to come up against in career modes. They are not nice to play against, but we've got the Tyrese Campbell Tifo. He's got 30 so far this season. Any additions to that, and we're absolutely laughing. Let's hope that we can do just that. Let's see if we can put to bed the stinker of the last time we played against United. Cornuars. Eze running up against Varane here. Varane is going to have to try and trip him because there's no way he takes him down. And then Shaw fouls him as well. Actually, the Shaw one wasn't a foul. It was Eder Militao, sorry, that fouled Eze. But we do have a free kick here. I don't know. It's a little bit far out. That is a shame. Let's run a second man here. What we're going to do is we're going to run Tyrese Campbell. We're going to play it to Tyrese and then hit a first time. So he's going to take a touch and then ping it. And we won't do that ever again. I apologise. All over the top here. And Rashford is clean through. We've got to do our best to try and stop him here. I have to say, McCallum's done a very good job of forcing him backwards. But Wan-Bissaka now with the ball. McCallum loses out the space there to Rashford. They're going to play it inside. Keane on the ball. Keane with the shot. Lafont with a very, very good save. Very well done from Lafont. First thing he's had to do in the game. Well, first thing either keeper's really had to do in the game. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still there. Who saw that coming? Literally no one. Ball's going to come here from Fernandes. It's going to go to Sancho. Sancho's not going to win it. It's going to go back out to Fernandes. Sancho absolutely open. Lafont, though, equal to the shot with a very good save. Narrowed down the angle really, really well. And now we have a small chance here with a small counter. Can we maybe get anything from this? Tyrese Campbell not with the best touch. Shaw's going to keep it in. Masengo wins it. Man, let's just calm this down a little bit. Let's just calm it down. McCallum bursting through. Going to play inside here. Oh, Isaac Coles would have been absolutely through one-on-one against Dean Henderson there. But Raphael Varane with a very, very good step in there and stopping us from getting anything. Well done there to McCallum for stepping in against Rashford. And that's a lovely bit of play. Wan-Bissaka getting beaten here by Isaac Coles. Varane is his next man to take it past. Doesn't have to. Is going to get... Oh, it's a goal kick. I thought he won the corner. Isaac Coles going to just push forward here. Look at the space that's there. Oh, I was going to say for Mwepu, mate, they are fouling us left, right and centre. Sangare there with a terrible tackle on Luke Amos. In real life, somebody who's very much injury prone. So That was not a great tackle, but our captain is absolutely fine as it stands for now, and we're going to get the ball back to him. Ball on the edge of the box here with Abire. Abire is going to turn. Oh, he turns into Varane, which is a real shame there. That could have been a good chance for us. But now Mwepu's going to try and win that header. He does, but he doesn't really head it to any of our team. And now United bring it away. That could have been a problem there. Neco Williams does eventually help us get it away, and we have a chance to push away now. And Isaac Coles is going to just try and put the burners on here, try and burst away. He's going to have to shoot edge of the box. Dragged it wide, not ideal at all. I feel I'm struggling to take it past those centre-backs, so I feel like I have to try the shots from range, but that shot wasn't great. That was dragged quite far wide. Going to play it out wide here to Isaac Coles. No one really in the box. There's just Eze in there. Isaac Coles, tries to find him. That looked like a little bit of a pass back here. I'm just going to say, ref, you need to double check that one. That looked like a pass back from Varane. But regardless, it is going to be half time. We are going to go in 0-0 at the break. We haven't played badly. I think out of the two teams, they've had the best chance with the save from Lafont. I would say that is the best chance of the game so far. But we have played well. I don't think we've been bad. I think 0-0 is probably a fair reflection on how the game has gone so far. Has been a tough one. Liverpool winning comfortably. That's definitely we have to pay attention to. United are actually in third, and they are like 15 points behind us and Liverpool. So we don't really have to worry too much about the rest of the chasing pack. We just have to pay attention to how Liverpool do. We can afford to keep these guys out for the start of the second half. We have got a game in a week's time, so we have got plenty of time to rest the boys. So I think just sticking with our strongest 11 for now makes sense. We'll make changes for the sake of stamina at some point. Hold the phone a second, because I was going to say Mwepu's made a really good block there, but Tyrese couldn't quite make the most of the gained possession there, which is a shame. But yeah, second half, we just need to be a little bit more ruthless, and we need to just find a little bit of luck with taking the ball past Varane and Eder Militao. They have been too much at the moment to really comfortably get past, and even just the sort of threat of them has been a problem, because as I say, I feel like I have to shoot from a bit further range. That's a real waste there from me with Mwepu. But yeah, it's hopefully we just need to sort of find our rhythm a little bit. If we find our rhythm, then I'm confident, but we've got to be careful of these counters, because again, Rashford is a very quick customer. Get the ball here with Mwepu inside to Isaac Coles, and there's a lovely pass as well. And now Isaac Coles is going to shoot. Isaac Coles with a lovely goal. He has had a fantastic episode today. He has been well and truly on fire. Isaac Coles is coming through. He is doing the business. He has shown up today, and boy, have we needed it. This is a fantastic time for him to sort of spark his season into life a little bit. It's so good to see him getting the goals, because he is one of our, he's like our youth prospect. He is our player. We've had him from the start of the series. He was coming through the ranks with us, and it's so good to see him getting the goals. It's a lovely finish there. Eder Militao was wrong-footed. Dean Henderson couldn't get there, but the main thing is, we've got the lead now. Now we have something to hold on to. 9 goals in 30. It's not terrific, but it is improvements, which is definitely what we want to see from Isaac Coles. More of the same, Isaac, my dude. 1-0 and a great time to get it. Oh, we lose the ball in not a great spot there. Keane has got the ball, but he also has options there, and he's found one of them. Marcus Rashford is going to try and sweat it across there. Sancho was sort of slowly making it in. I don't think the ball to Sancho would have found him, so I'm fairly confident the boys have done pretty well there anyway. But now Coles is going to play it inside to Mwepu. Look at Abire. Oh, Eder Militao is just going to stand him up. Abire doesn't quite win it back there from Fernandes. That is a real shame. I think we could have possibly had the chance of a second there, but Eze just didn't quite have the legs to take it past Eder first time. The pass maybe didn't help him too much, but the combination of him not being able to take on the man and the pass maybe not quite being where we needed it just stopped that attack a little bit there. But Isaac Cole's going to try and play it to Masengo. Shaw's not the tallest of people, but Masengo, he's going to lay it off to Tyrese. Isn't going to keep it. Varane's going to win it. Come on, boys. 20 minutes on the clock. I'm going to get some changes ready. Okay, a throw for United and a triple change for us. I have brought off Eze, McCallum and Amos, and I've swapped them with Mambimbi, Ozzy and El Basir. Like-for-like changes, obviously Ozzy playing at left-back. They have brought Ronaldo on. I wasn't aware he was still here. I just assumed he'd either been sold or whatever, but he is still here. They decided to go with Keane ahead of him for today. But yeah, fresh legs at the left-back spot, because obviously, as I said, Rashford has been very, very good today, so I thought fresh legs at left-back would be hopefully helpful and beneficial. And Amos was pretty tired, so Masengo drops to CDM. El Basir comes on as a centre mid. And Mambimbi comes on as a sort of right wing, right forward position. So just fresh legs sort of across the pitch a little bit. Just hopefully help us see this one out. A second goal would still be incredible, but I wanted that to Mambimbi. But the main thing is to not concede. Fresh legs again all over the park. Hopefully see this one out. And Ozzy gets a challenge here. Sancho on this right-hand side now. So Ozzy maybe with Sancho to deal with, which is maybe Rashford asked to swap because he knew the threat of Ozzy Kakai. That could be it. Tyrese Campbell just going to push this one out wide here. Finds Williams with quite a bit of space here. Bit of a time to bring it forward slowly. El Basir is going to have a shot from range. He's going to try Mwepu. It's a good save. Got to be careful here as United knock it around pretty nicely. Goes to Sancho and a fantastic save from Lafont. That could be a huge save in this game because that there could have very easily been a goal. But Lafont gets there very quickly. That is a very good effort from Sancho. First time shot on his left foot. I skipped the substitution from United there. My apologies. Sumare making his way off and Pellegrini making his way on. So a bit more of an attacking change. Pellegrini definitely more of an attacking player than a defensive midfielder. It's going to drop to Ronaldo. Lafont grasps it again. Lafont with some big saves today, and he's just going to throw it out, and it's going to go to Neco Williams, and the ref's going to call it there. That is absolutely huge. That is a huge result, boys. Very happy with that. The boys have done so well to avenge the previous loss, which was pretty much entirely my fault, let's be honest. But the boys have done well. They're all going to go and try and get Ronaldo's shirt, I'm sure. But I tell you what, some players better be trying to get hold of this shirt. Man like Isaac Coles, what a season he's starting to have. If he can keep improving, I'll tell you now, he will be absolutely phenomenal in this. So he could be our man or one of the men to help us secure this top place finish now. So now we just have to hold on. Again, Liverpool hold on, get their win, stay within touching distance of us, and we still are in the front seat here. We are in the driving seat and hopefully getting a chance to crack on. You can see, by the way, Isaac Coles is the new league assist leader, which is fantastic to see. Tyrese Campbell is not getting caught for goals. That is safe to say, but it's very good to see that Isaac Coles combined now is on about 21 goals for the season, like goal contributions. So I'm very happy that Tyrese also getting player of the month. That was inevitable, really. Let's crack on to Arsenal. We'll have that as the last game of the season. Last game of the episode, not the season. It ain't broke, so why fix it? Same team again to go up here against Arsenal. We know that this is still not our game in hand. The game in hand is up against City, which is obviously a very tricky game in hand. But you can see some interesting signings. Meslier in goal, Botman, Keane at the back, Henderson, which we knew at DM. It's an interesting squad. It's a very young squad across the majority there. So we'll see if the ratings sort of match up, if they've improved a lot, or if it's still going to be quite a young potential team, because we've got quite a few young potential players in there, but we also have some absolute stars in this team. So hopefully 3 more points. Let's find out. We finished today with another away game, 3 out of 4, which is, I don't know, it feels like we're playing a lot of away games recently. Maybe we played a lot of home games at some point. But here at the Emirates Stadium, up against Arsenal, again, this very changed Arsenal side. Still a good couple of players in there. Obviously got the likes of Martinelli, got the likes of Ødegaard, some good players that are obviously currently at Arsenal that are still there, but a very changed team. They've got the Ødegaard Tifo out as well. But yeah, I think this game will very heavily depend on how some of these players have progressed, because a lot of these players, as the game starts, have sort of like, 70s-ish rating. So we'll see. Time will tell. Let's find out how improved this team is. Otherwise, first versus seventh could end up looking, hopefully, a little bit less like first versus seventh. Ball here with Mwepu. Mwepu going to try and play off here to Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell is already through on goal. I don't even know how many minutes into the game, but mate, I mean, you can't let him run through against your keeper like that. You just end up leaving your keeper completely on his Todd. And Tyrese is just going to do Tyrese things. 31 goals in the league this season. Like I said, I was curious as to how this Arsenal squad was going to stack up against some of our better players. And Tyrese Campbell already showing that maybe at least a lack of pace in that back line is going to be definitely going our way today. So Meslier wasn't going to get to it. I did take it a little bit closer to him than I would have liked to have done, but it doesn't matter for Tyrese. 31 in 32, that is unreal. Got to be careful here. Arsenal bring it forward. Gomez with a strike. Thankfully, Lafont with a very good save. We needed him to come through there with a save, and thankfully he did. But Arsenal do have a corner. The threat is not gone yet, although with a corner like that, the threat did dissipate very quickly. And now McCallum now is going to try and play it off here. I didn't really look at the minimap. I should look at the minimap before I played that. We've given them another chance. Ødegaard isn't going to get past Lopez. Lopez does very well and calmly gets it away. Sort of. We're still under pressure here as they bring it forward again. Diatta lays it off to Henderson. Henderson's going to turn and find Gomez. He's going to have to play it back though, and they're being very patient with it. They're being very Arsenal with it, which is normally a good level of patience. Thankfully though, we're being pretty solid at the back and doing a good enough job of stopping them from really pushing forward too much with it now. We're going to lay it off here to Masengo. Masengo's going to bring this ball forward. Can he just try and turn, find some space? He does so. He finds Isaac Coles in space. It's a good block, though, from, I think it was Botman as their number 2, and they are going to get it away eventually. But on the counter, we're looking good, but they are looking troublesome in the attack. We've got to be careful when we are defending. Got to be careful now as they bring this forward. Diatta going to try and take it past. McCallum has done with absolute ease. Plays it to Gomez. Gomez gets a second bite of it and absolutely skies it. I don't think that's gone for a corner. I think that has gone for a goal kick. Is he offside? Oh, he is just offside. Okay, so thankfully it didn't matter too much. But, mate, the run from Diatta took it past McCallum and then I think Lopez and potentially Mwepu as well very easily. So we've got to be careful. Diatta, again, one of those players that's, 76 or so rated at the start of career mode, but probably looking at, early to mid 80s now. So we've got to be careful. We've got to play sensibly. We can't just assume that they're not going to be the best players, but that they're still these sort of 70 rateds that we know they are at the start. Mwepu off the bar from Mwepu on what I think is his weaker foot as well. If that had found the back of the net, what an effort that would have been from a man like Mwepu. Honestly, he has got rockets in his boots, boys. That would have been incredible, but still 1-0. And again, we still have to be careful of the Arsenal threat because there is definitely a threat in that team. Ball here to Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles going to have to lay it inside to Tyrese. Tyrese just needs a good first touch. It wasn't the best one. He's taking it around Guendouzi. Amos to Masengo to Abire. Lovely turn. Abire just couldn't quite get it past the last man. If he could, that was a very good chance at 2. Eze's still down. I think he is okay. I think he's just getting up slowly. But, man, that could have been a good chance just before half-time to have got that second would have been huge. But they're going to play it back. Referee, look at the clock, ref. Just look at the clock. If that was me, that clock would have the whistle would have been blown immediately. It is stupid, EA. Please fix that. It's so frustrating. I talk about it nearly every episode. But that is half-time. 1-0 to the good. A little bit less convincing than I was hoping we were going to look like. I thought we were going to maybe look a little bit better than this, be pressing a little bit more. Arsenal have impressed me in their attack. They have been a threat. Leeds in the Liverpool game are the late kickoff, so we don't know what that score is looking like just yet. Team, though, is going to say the same. As I said with the last game, we've got time between now and the next game. So if I don't need to change it, I'm not going to. I don't need to, so I'm not going to. Let's crack on. Hopefully, this team can get a second goal, and I can be a little bit more confident and rest a little bit more. But at the moment, it is genuinely a stressful match because they are threatening on the ball. Oh, really good pass here. Martinelli lays it off to Gomez, tries to lay it back. Just one pass too many there. The thing with Arsenal is they always try and walk it in. If you know the saying, you know the saying. But yeah, it's a shame there that we haven't quite managed to take it through further ahead there with Eze. But we've got to be so careful. If they were shooting more often, we'd probably be in a little bit more trouble. But thankfully, it's still 1-0. I'm going to get some changes ready for maybe around the hour mark. But let's worry about this attack very quickly now. Martinelli going to take the shot. Fantastic save there from Lafont. It needed to be as well. Mwepu's getting tired, but I'm going to keep him on the pitch. I'm going to let Amos stick it out. Amos is an absolute beast for us. Let's bring on El Basir. He's getting more and more minutes because he is improving and impressing me more and more. Have another sort of box-to-box CM as well. Him and Mwepu running up and down the pitch. They're taking off Guendouzi for Torreira. So a pretty like-for-like change. Just someone a little bit shorter. So the midfield sort of battle, aerially at least, has maybe tipped ever so slightly in our favour. But Torreira is a little ball of energy. He is a little Rottweiler, if you will, of a CDM. But that's a poor pass from Ødegaard. And now Tyrese Campbell can bring this away. It's a heavy touch. That is such a waste. Ødegaard going to try and whip it in there. And that's a good cross. Gomez hits the bar. Arsenal getting close yet again. You can see I'm talking to Chrissy Willock, and that's actually quite fitting because I'm actually going to bring Chrissy Willock on. It is going to be for Eze, not because Eze's been bad, but it's just a little bit of fresh legs. Mambimbi will potentially be our third change depending on fitness levels, but Eze's going to make way for Chrissy Willock. Like-for-like change, just for the sake of a little bit of fresh legs. Pace of those two is pretty similar anyway. And I think that, again, I think we have got the beating of this defence. If I could pass, that would be great, Albasir. Cheers, my dude. But yeah, I think we can get a second. We've just got to be careful not to concede because they are, I have to say, second half, it's been pretty much all Arsenal so far. So we need to change that. Ball out wide here. Got to try and stop this cross, and we haven't. And that is a very good ball in. And what a save from Lafont. That is 2 games in a row where he has potentially plucked out some incredible stops to help us stay in the lead of a game. And that is a truly fantastic save there. I'm not entirely sure who it was who had the shot. I think it might have been, I forgot his name, Martinelli. But, oh man, that is a huge, huge save from Lafont. He is absolutely absolutely done us wonders there. Fair play to him. It's going to be a very, very potentially important save, that one. Let's see if it is. Amos obviously missing that chance there. It was straight at Melier, but mate, Lafont, you absolute beast. Williams inside to Amos. Amos lays it off to Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell now going to have to turn around. Finds Isaac Coles. Amos back to Tyrese. Can't quite break through that defense. Only a couple of minutes left. Let's stick with this now and see if we can just see this game out, because that is the point now, is we just need to see it out. McCallum with a fantastic interception, then lays it off terribly. Finds Erdegaard instead of, I think it was Mwepu that I was sort of aimed at there. But now we've got to be careful. Lopez is going to sort of jockey Diatta a little bit. Then McCallum's going to put the pressure on. Look at the clock, ref. We are into that third minute of 1 minute added time. If they'd have scored that, I would have been truly fuming, because I hadn't noticed the time, but they hit the post. That was, we have got away with one there, boys. But again, it shouldn't have got that far. It should have been full time, ref. I'm just saying. But thankfully, we finish with an unbeaten episode today. An invincible episode. No points dropped. Fantastic to see. 12 points from a possible 12. Tyrese, Isaac Coles and Lafont well and truly stepping up today. The three of them have all had very good episodes, and is what we needed. They have all been unbelievable. Oh, we can rest. We can chill a little bit. Well. You can see down there, Liverpool again dropped points. They got a draw in their late game against Leeds. So that means that we are now 2 points clear with a game in hand, and not many games to go at all. It's what, 6 games in the league now? That's 2 episodes, and this season will be done. I'm very excited to hopefully manage to power through and hopefully win this league, because that would be an absolute achievement. For 3 seasons in, to take QPR from Championship football to winning the Premier League would be unreal. But that's the end of today's episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, then please do leave a big old like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel, everything out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. Make sure you check out the links in the description. Firstly, for the Twitch, obviously down there we stream over on Twitch, so make sure you check that link out. And also the links for today's channel sponsors. Thank you so much again for the support on the channel. But that's it for me for today. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
His name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.